The great thing with a middle movie in a trilogy is its primary role is to deepen, increase the conflict, increase the difficulty for our characters, which is actually, in a movie terms, that's a lot of fun. That means there's a lot of things that happen that you put in the way of the characters, obstacles they have to overcome, and it sort of somehow it just ratchets up in this middle chapter, just as it did in the Two Towers, in a kind of a way that it's like you put the gas pedal on, basically. After the first movie, you say, okay, everybody knows everything they need to know now. We've got 2 more movies. Let's slam on the gas and go for it. Gandalf has a problem. I mean, he has another huge issue dwelling that has nothing to do with Thorin, dwarves, Erebor, dragons, mountains. I mean, it ultimately is connected in some way, he discovers, but at the time he doesn't know. But it is an enormous problem that basically threatens all of Middle-earth. Lee had that quality. He had that gravity, that maturity. He had a beauty, obviously. He had a sense that he could be 1,000 years old. He could be immortal, but also that he had lived. He had lived a long life. He had seen a lot, and he had been through a lot. And that Lee really brought that feeling to the role. What's interesting is if Tariel is one of Thandril's, warriors, guards, she's sort of there. She's protecting the kingdom. But she has a huge curiosity as a character. Beyond the warrior thing, she has a huge curiosity about the outside world. That, just as a sense of a character, we thought would actually give us some interesting places to go with her. One of the very memorable chapters in the book is the barrels section, where basically Bilbo assists the dwarves in sneaking out of Thandril's realm, the woodland realm, with the use of empty wine barrels. We looked around, did a lot of auditions, many auditions, and we met Luke Evans. And Luke brought all of those qualities, that enigma, danger, the mystery, but ultimately he was also able to, when he needed to, become a pretty amazing action hero as well. The one thing that I did want with Smaug from the very beginning, the one thing that I actually knew I wanted, I guess, from the very beginning, is to make him huge. And so I just thought, well, what would actually be truly terrifying if I was Bilbo, if I was a little hobbit going into this place? Okay, a dragon's scary, and and I mean Smaug, obviously is also a manipulator, a psychopath, and he's got to deal with all that. But what other additional kind of twists can we put on that would be kind of make him more scary? And I just thought, well, let's say he's massive. Let's say he's way huger than what you would ever imagine. Everything that we'd kind of, spent a long time devising and working out for Smaug, Benedict kind of walked in there and he just knew. And so you feel that you're in safe hands at that point. You've got a fantastic voice with a fantastically intelligent actor. And you've got a fan of The Hobbit who loves Smaug. He loves Smaug and he loves everything that Smaug thinks and does. I mean, you've got kind of 3 things which which go together to create a perfect storm. This is a singular journey in which everybody, all the main characters in these stories, develop, and they literally don't end up being the same people at the end as they were at the beginning. And in this movie, the middle movie is the movie where you see some of them start to take on board the pressures and the influences and the dynamics of the story is beginning to steer them, not just narrative wise, but as their characters are being affected by it. And yeah, so it's that ability to shape a narrative and to actually to push it forward, constantly forward over film, the first movie, the second movie, and the third movie. That is a real privilege doing a trilogy. I find the second and third movies to be really exciting because I now know that the gauntlet has been thrown down, and now we have to deliver what happens next, and we have to deliver it in a way that is exciting, fast, unexpected. It is unpredictable, and it's dramatic. They're fun. These second and third movies are fantastic fun.